Well, good afternoon to you. Happy, well, Wednesday to you. We're looking at a beautiful day out there right now. It's kind of gorgeous now that the winds have backed off. We're getting into the mild conditions today, and then tomorrow we're going to into the warm conditions. We're talking, as I mentioned before, record-breaking temperatures with 40s and 50s in the forecast. Today will be mostly 20s, 30s, and 40s for your forecast. But let's take it in to the upper airstream here. You're going to be seeing, as we go through the next few days here, holding on to rainfall potential, trying to get closer to us as we get closer to Saturday and Sunday. We'll see that Friday is going to try to brush us, but it may fall short, but we still have the colder air still trying to get closer to us. So our temperatures are going to be on a mini roller coaster going up from the 30s to the 40s and the 50s and continuing on and dropping back down and going back into the 20s by the time we get into next week. Highest wind gusts. You can see we were pretty breezy and gusty overnight last night getting into this early morning here. These winds were really pumping, and now, like I said before, they've backed off, and it feels really nice with those temperatures. We started out in the 30s, and now we're going to be in the 20s and 30s right now. Some 40s already mixed in there currently. Let's get into how this all looks out. We go into the wind gust tracker. We take it in from 3 o'clock. You're seeing the winds are pretty much backing down now. We'll also see them continue to blow out of the way. And then once we go into the 8 o'clock hour, pretty much comfortable again, not so bad. So you get out there and walk the dog and take a walk or a run out there. It should be pretty good for you. Then we go into tomorrow morning, though, about 5 o'clock in the morning. Those winds begin to tick up coming out of the southwest again. And so that means slightly warmer conditions moving into the area. So today, a light breeze. We'll have warm conditions still eventually, or at least near warm to cool conditions. In fact, we'll also see a tad cooler, though, as we get into the forecast, as I mentioned. But record highs tomorrow. We'll take a look at that real quick, getting into at least 30s and some 40s. And then, I see temperatures holding on pretty nice today. A few spotty clouds out there. It is absolutely gorgeous. We showed you that earlier. From 12:30 on, we're looking at conditions to be like this with a few extra clouds coming in from the north. So we're going to see some more clouds fill in northward there of I-94, working its way down into areas here. So we'll see maybe partly cloudy skies. Then it begins to lift up coming out of the south there and kind of moving everything a little bit more out of the area to the northeast. And that means we're going to start to warm it up, believe it or not, with temperatures in the 20s and the 30s as we get into at least the midnight hour. So that's not too shabby, right? We get into some clearing skies eventually as we roll into the overnight going into tomorrow morning. By the noon hour, we're already in the 40s by Ladysmith. My goodness, yeah, how about that? Going right back into near 50 down to the south by Prairie du Chien with La Crosse at 48 degrees. And our highs for tomorrow, we're looking at 42 to at least maybe 52 for La Crosse. That should be a record right there, getting to Eau Claire at 49. That's just a degree shy of a record. And the temperatures down to the south are 53. We'll go into the overnight going into, I should say, into the evening for tomorrow, and temperatures still looking pretty good. Snowfall, limited, very limited amounts moving into the forecast today, so we'll call it a slight chance. Highs for tomorrow, we're seeing more of those 40s, those 50s in there as well. Continuing on, there's your records. We can see a record from 1913. We should beat that by a few degrees, right? Getting into highs about 52 degrees. Then we carry over to how this all looks as we go right into the next few days going into Saturday. So we leave Friday going into Saturday. That area of low pressure starts to move over us and bringing in some snow potential for Saturday going into Sunday. 30% chance for Saturday, a 20% chance for Sunday. Then we carry over to that mini roller coaster ride I told you about, breezy conditions. Warmer tomorrow, 52 degrees, holding on to some partly cloudy skies, carrying over into Friday as well. Milder conditions ensue in the 40s. Then those 30s and 40s pop in for Groundhog Day going into Sunday, that 20% chance of rain. Then we have a slight chance of rain coming out, or I should say snow coming back again as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So get out and enjoy it if you can. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, we've got a couple great days coming up.